Hello and welcome everybody to what we hope is a weekly review series of two of the most dynamic, uh, needless to say. Um, I usually rehearse my parts before I start, but then I normally just say, what the hell, just just go with it. Anyway, what we hope to do here on Thursdays is give you a review of two of the most dynamic 1970s, mid 1970s live action Saturday morning shows that both came from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, the Marvel Universe before they went into films later on. One is called The Secrets of Isis, and the other one is Shazam. Uh, you know, and we're all familiar with Shazam, which had Billy Batson and his mentor, which rode around the country in an RV and they were helping people out. And then in The Secrets of Isis, which was the official title, Joanna Cameron plays Andrea Thomas, who is an archaeology teacher, and along with her buddies Rick and Cindy Lee, they investigate and they fight crime. So, yeah, they were very cool, and I really enjoyed them at the time. And of course, here is our StreamYard link. So when my friend and brother Jay, if he's able to make it in here today, with better luck than he had with Restream the other time, um, he'll go ahead and give you his review each week around this time on the Shazam show, and then TV show, and then and I will give my review on the episodes for Secrets of Isis and what stood out, and whichever stars were involved. Okay, so let's go through the chat here. Of course, we have one loyal person that has come to see us so far. So again, thank you so much, Sci-Fi Sif Dan, or Sci-Fi Dan, or just Dan. You can call him anything you want. Just don't call him home to dinner. Late for dinner. Yeah, sorry. Huh? Yeah, my wife just corrected me. Anyway, hello there, Mikey Sue's for. And of course, I said, hello, Dan, just waiting on Jay's arrival. And we'll start here soon. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you guys, did you like the intro? I wanted to do that video countdown because I've seen other people do it. We got 3 people watching. Very cool. So thank you guys. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you like that intro. I love doing that 30-second. I've seen Miss Jill do it. I've seen Scotty R37. I've seen Tony Stark of Iron do his own unique take. And I like it. So I was just going to continue to use it from now on if I come here on StreamYard. So, yeah, Sci-Fi Sit Down says to me, just hope his phone or computer is working and fully charged. Yes, sir. I do hope so, too. And let's see here. That was for Jay. Yep. Sorry for the confuse. No problem. And I knew you meant him, so no worries. And so Sci-Fi Dan asked me, so Shazam, was that the movie that come over? I think it was in 2018 or 2017. Well, I think it was 2017 or right around that time. Zachary Levi, or Levi, some people will pronounce it that way. He was in 2 movies as Shazam, as Captain Marvel. Well, then you had Brie Larson that came around as the female Captain Marvel later on. So, yeah. And I just told him, nope, the live action Saturday morning TV series in the mid 1970s. And it wasn't the film, as I told him, not the film that starred Zachary Levi. And Dan said, well, I possibly would just be listening to you and Jay talk about this if he shows up, because I'm not familiar with the stuff you're going to talk about. Oh, hey, no worries, dude. This is also to educate people that know something about these live action superhero shows back then. When Isis Secrets of Isis first premiered back in September of 1975, I was only 9 years old, and soon I was going to turn 10. And I needed something to do on Saturday mornings other than maybe run chores around the house or mom would have me help with laundry or other stuff. So I had to come up with something that I enjoyed watching. So yeah. And we've got Lemon Pie in the building. Hello, Sir Lemon Pie. Good afternoon, Mikey. Good to see you, Lemon. Hey, Sif Dan. And Sci-Fi Dan says, hello there, Lemon Pie. And Dan says it's okay, and I use it as well on StreamYards. That's very cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll do the countdown from now on. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate your support and input on that. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started, and then when Jay comes in, because I did tell him 2:00 his time, and he might be resting. So when he gets in, then he'll go ahead and do his Shazam review. Mine's really short; it's very quick. Okay, I'm just basically I'm reading from a stuff I wrote down here. Okay, so the Secrets of Isis. The first episode was titled "The Lights of Mystery Mountain." It premiered on September 6th of 1975. The creator of the series, his name was Mark Richards. And the person who directed this first episode was Hollingsworth Morse. Now, some of you might recognize him from other superhero shows that he wrote scripts for or directed, like The Incredible Hulk, among others. Yeah, he was very good at that. So usually when it came down to episodes he could direct, Hollingsworth Morse would be one of the first ones you would choose to start a series. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we had Joanna Cameron. She was the actress who plays Andrea Thomas, who is the alter ego of the superheroine played called Isis. The show itself was called The Secrets of Isis, and the basic premise is that she's an archaeology teacher, and she went on a trip to Egypt and found in a box an amulet which gives her super hero powers. Over the land, sea, air, over nature, basically. So they call her Isis. And when she calls Almighty Isis, that's when she turns into Isis. Okay. Right. Now, besides Joanna Cameron, there was Brian Cutler, an actor who played Rick, who was an assistant to her, to Andrea's character. And then Joanna Pang, the actress, Asian actress, played Cindy Lee. And of course, if you guys just noticed, Joanna Cameron and Joanna Pang have the same first name, Joanna. So, yeah, until you like spot things like that, you really don't know. It's like kind of going, oh, well, that's an Easter egg. Okay, very cool. There was also a special guest to this episode. He played the part of Chick Jeffers. And the actor's name was Michael Maitland. And if some of you diehard soap opera fans notice that name, he did do some work as one of Barnabas Cullen's cousins in the Dark Shadows horror soap opera TV series. So, yeah, and he was in this first episode of Isis. So I'm very, very happy about that. According to IMDb, the two persons that wrote this episode were not only Mark Richards, but Russell Bates. He was also a writer for this episode, according to IMDb. There wasn't any trivia, but there was just one goof. According to the site there, when she comes up on the hill, she ran up a hill to the top there, climbed it, and she had her purse was on one of her shoulders, and you could see it, and she was trying to take the purse off. But when you look at close-ups, you notice the strap. She's still holding on to it. It's on her shoulder there. So it's kind of a continuity goof, but it's the only one. And it happens really fast. So if you guys don't quite catch it, slow down your VC or slow down your um, thing when you watch. It's because these episodes are available on YouTube. So when you watch it, just kind of slow it down a little, and you'll see where that goof happened. And Dan says this stream could get tagged due to a certain organization release. Just saying, be careful. YouTube may take down your stream video if you keep using that name. Oh, okay. Well, they know about the TV series. That's not the issue. It was just, the thing that she wore, the amulet. So that's it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it'll be okay, Sif Dan. YouTube knows that I don't intrude on their copyrights or on anything else, and you know, and luckily, knock on wood, I've been on good standing. So yeah, if there's even an issue, I'll let people know that we won't continue with it. But in the meantime, I don't see a problem. It's just it's a review. That's all it is. Anyway, on this season 1, episode 1 of this show, I did give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I gave it a straight A- grade. The basic premise was that Cindy Lee had gone into the mountains with some friends, including the one I told you about, Mike Maitland. He played the role of Chick. What a weird name for a guy back then, huh? But I guess that was the 70s. Chick Jeffers. And so she had gone there with her friends and came back and told Andrea about UFOs that were flying over. That's why the episode's called The Lights of Mystery Mountain. So Rick and Andrea and Cindy Lee all go to the mountains to investigate. Now, being that this was LA area, and when you watch the episode, you'll see a lake in the background. You'll see some mountains out there. That was the San Jacinto Mountains, I believe. That's my guess. I don't know for sure, but I know that there were the mountainsides outside of LA. So yeah, well, it could have just as well been, some of the what they call them, the Santa Ana Mountains. Where they have the Santa Ana winds and stuff. So they did have the winds going on a couple times in the episode. So it could have been that area too. And Dan, I appreciate that warning. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. So Jay Aldrich, my brother and co-star, if you catch this, please come on in. I will be here for the next half hour or so, just waiting for you to pop in. And while we're waiting on that, waiting for Jay to show, just want to let you guys know of upcoming events we got coming down the bend here. We've got, there's Brother Jay. Let's see if I can get him in. Hold on just 1 second. And here is Brother Jay. Hi, Jay.
Hey, we'll see if I can stay in.
Okay, brother, I hope so. I just gave our review of Isis, Secrets of Isis, the first episode. And if you want to go ahead and give us your review and info about season 1, episode 1 of Shazam.
I'm trying to get my avatar up.
Okay, there you are. And by the way, everybody, welcome, Conway Twitty.
Hello, darling.
Hey.
And
by the way, everyone, my favorite partner, Miss Suzanne, is also watching us today. So, Lemon Pie, she said hello to you, waved to both you and Dan in the chat. So, thank you guys for being here to support us. And thank you so much, Jay, for showing and being here. I appreciate you. And I think it works better with you with StreamYard. I do. I think we should stick with that for the days that you do the, the 18 with me, and then on Tuesdays, and then this on Thursdays. And we could do the topic time on Fridays too this way if you wish. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is one of my favorites. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
This
hear
is
you pretty good.
this is one of my favorite shows that I grew up on in the 1970s. And this aired on September 7th, 1974. And the first episode of Shazam was called The Joy Riders. And it's a group of kids who are technically borrowing, but really stealing cars without considering the consequences. There's one kid who has three friends, an Asian, a white, and a black kid. And they are teasing him because he won't do what they want to do, like stealing cars. And he knows what's right and wrong, but he doesn't want to lose their friendship. But they decide to steal a car, and he says, "No, I'm not going to do it. But I still want to be friends with you." And he said, the head dude, the head kid, he says, "No, if you ain't going to be with us, then forget you." Well,
Yeah, so
they
they're saying that are they doing these just a question I had for you, my friend. So are they taking these cars because I can barely remember the episodes myself.
they're
Were
just
they taking these
driving.
cars for a chop shop? Were they taking them for a
No,
chop shop?
they're just taking it for a ride.
Joy rides. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
that's the
stealing
reason
cars for that.
why the
Okay.
title of the show is the title of the episode is The Joy Riders.
Nice. Okay.
And
Keep going. Keep going. I'm listening.
Billy Batson is taking a vacation from his radio show, and he has a companion called Mentor, and they're driving in a RV. Now, how anyone doesn't figure out that he's Captain Marvel when there is a lightning bolt on the front of the damn RV?
I know, right? I mean, when I
Yeah,
first saw when I first saw that, I said, "Hello, Mentor knows who he is, but man, the
yeah, and the
other
people should
dude
know who he is.
yeah,
The
that was
entire
hilarious.
world should know who he is with that lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Because
that's hilarious.
now, see, Shazam it's supposed to be a 12 or 14-year-old kid. And this dude that is this actor who's playing Billy Batson is
What was his
over
name?
20 something years old.
Yeah, what was his name, Jay? The guy that played Billy Batson.
I'm trying to think of his name. Let me look up the casting thing.
Okay,
Michael
and then
Gray.
give us. Oh, okay, and then give us the name of
And
Shazam too. Yeah, don't forget that.
Mentor was played by Les Tremaine.
Oh, Les Tremaine's
Uh,
done like lots of old, like 40s, 50s, 60s movies.
yes.
He's well known, yeah.
Now, there were two Captain Marvels. The first
Okay.
one in this episode was Jackson Bostwick. And the kid that doesn't want to get in trouble is Carrie McCain playing Chuck Wagner. The
Okay.
lead person, the white kid, he's played by Barry Miller, who is his character is Mike. The tall black kid is played by Ty Henderson, and his character is Kyle. And Lee Joe Casey plays the Asian character, and his name is Rich. And Lou Scheimer narrates the show. And at
Right,
the
and then
beginning, they tell no.
no, I was going to say that it's Scheimer and Norm Prescott, right? That co-wrote the
Yeah,
show.
right. They are famous for having their logo in the first credits. When the show
Yeah,
gets through
circle.
doing the theme and everything, it's a moving circle with their name.
And I think I asked you one other question before. Is Jackson Bostwick related to Barry Bostwick?
No.
Okay. Well, that clarifies that. I
Right.
had to make sure. I didn't know if they were related.
I looked and looked and looked and looked, and I couldn't find anything where they're related. Now, if someone has proof, then he is, but I didn't find anything to Wikipedia or anything from both of the actor you asked me to look up to
Yeah, you
see
and I
if
are
he was
very
related to Bostwick, and he was not. He has only one brother.
right. You and I are very thorough when it comes to checking on research and things of that nature. So yeah, I appreciate you clarifying that for me because I never knew, and I was just
Right.
like, until till later when you saw Barry Bostwick,
Right.
and Buckaroo Banzai and all that stuff. So yeah, sure. Okay, cool.
Well,
Go ahead,
at the
finish.
beginning, at the beginning, they tell you that his name is Billy Batson, and he's a radio reporter. Then becomes a television reporter in the cartoons, and he's on a vacation. He's going highway to byway in a RV with his friend Mentor, and that's his name, Mentor. They didn't give him a name. They just said, "My name is Mentor." That's weird. Anyway, they go across country helping people, and uh, in the times of dire need, Billy will be granted amazing powers just by the utterance of a single word, and that's when Billy says Shazam, and he turns into a superhero called Captain Marvel. Now,
Yeah,
Shazam is an acronym. The S stands for Solomon, which means wisdom. H stands for Hercules, which means strength. Uh, Billy has strength. And A, the first A is for Achilles, which I haven't figured out what he is yet. And Z is Zeus for Zeus, which means power. The other last A is Atlas, which is stamina. And M stands for Mercury, which is speed. And he has all these six people of Solomon, Achilles, Solomon, Hercules, Achilles, Zeus, Atlas, and Mercury are all standing in what they call the Rock of Eternity. And
right,
when they are called the elders, and when
right.
the elders need to talk to Billy, Mentor pulls over, and Billy, with this blinking globe, he recites the incantation, "O elders, fleet and strong and wise, appear before my seeking eyes." And he goes into the Rock of Eternity, and he talks with the elders, and they give him a little bit of advice about what is going to happen in this episode.
Oh wow, cool.
Like,
Oh,
like
and by
to
the way, oh yeah, by the way, I don't mean to interrupt, but I believe with Achilles, you've heard the term Achilles heel.
mhm.
Okay, so Achilles had a lot of compassion, but he was fair, um, and of course he did have a slight weakness. So, but that didn't really affect Captain Marvel. I believe
No.
that's why Achilles is a part of his overall superhero structure. So that's what I learned from Achilles. But that's mostly compassion for others. So that's where that comes from. All right, go ahead, Jay.
Um, I'm trying to see. Uh, just give me 1 minute. I'm looking
Oh
up
yeah, take your time. Yeah, we got all the time in
Achilles.
the world, my friend.
Um, Courage. His
Courage.
Achilles was courage.
Yeah. Okay. There you
All
go.
right.
Cool. Yes. Now
Now,
you're
they
you're
give
all good.
him, like, sometimes they give him a riddle, something he doesn't understand, what he never understands what the elders are talking about.
Yeah.
And then he comes back into the RV. And during the show, they will revisit, he will remember what one of the elders or some of the elders had told him about. And then he figures out what that meant to help finish the story and help the person that needs help. Well, the kid is literally almost thrown out of the car. He tried to get in the car to get him to stop. Well, either I think they pushed him away, but anyway, he falls down. The RV stops. Billy gets out to try to talk to him, and the kid runs away, so he goes after him. Mentor tries to follow. Well, the kid gave Billy the run, lost him, and Billy lost him, and then he went back into the RV, and they tried to find him. Well, they got through with their joyride, and the kid met them at this malt shop. And he tells them that, yeah, he was chicken to not go with them that time, but if they do it again, he'll definitely go with them. Well, they get on their bikes and they say, we don't want to be with you, you chicken. Well, they stop just before they leave and they wait for him to join up. And the leader of the gang says, were you telling the truth that you would join us this next time? Sure. He said, okay, let's go find a car. Well, they find a car. No, they go into a convenience store. They come out, and the kid that didn't want to go with them, his bike is stolen. Well, they don't care about finding his bike, so they leave him. Billy and Mentor come up, and they tell him, if you will go to the police and report the bike stolen, we'll try to help you. Well, they do it. They bring him back to the convenience store, and he gets out and leaves. Well, all of a sudden, the kids find a car, come up, and they grab him and force him in the car, and they drive off. Mentor says, you better change into Captain Marvel because we can't follow him with this RV. He says, okay, but you better try to keep up. He gets outside. He doesn't even look. Billy doesn't even look to see if anybody's seeing him. And he just says, Shazam. And he turns into Captain Marvel and he starts flying. Well, the kids,
Right? You would think he'd cover himself up. Yeah, you think he'd cover himself up somewhere, or you know what? Even just hide behind the RV for like less than 10 seconds and then just say it. Because then they could attribute the lightning to maybe something coming off the RV or something, so they wouldn't even know. But I mean, he just goes out in broad daylight and does it. It's just weird.
Well, yeah, he's flying, but for some reason the kids can see him flying behind them, and he's way up in the air. Well, anyway, they take a turn into this junkyard, and they ditch the car and get in an old van. Well, he flies down and he starts looking for him. Well, as it says about the show, it says a group of kids are borrowing cars without considering the consequences. Well, they got the consequences. A wrecker claws down and grabs the van and starts pulling them up, and that's going to go into a crusher. Well, they start screaming, and Captain Marvel just brings that thing down, and he says, get out, and they got out. And he then lets it go for it to go into the crusher. Well, he told the three kids, he said, you know what you did was wrong. And one of the kids says, are we going to go to jail? He says, that's up to the police. And you hear sirens. Well, that was the end of the episode. There was no moral of the story in this episode. Later on, at the end of every episode, Billy or Captain Marvel will give a moral of the story. Now,
Well, I think that
uh,
well, you said they didn't do it in this first episode, but I do recall. But I did see, like, I watched the first episode of ISIS, and at the very end of that episode, the mystery, yeah, the lights of Mystery Mountain, she did give a moral tip, a
yeah,
morality
but
tip at the
see,
end of her episode. Yeah, so
right. But see, ISIS only had two seasons, and they started on the second season of Shazam was in their second season when ISIS was introduced. So
when she
see,
got started, yeah,
they were
right,
already starting to do the moral of the story. So
okay,
she automatically started with the first episode doing a moral.
doing the morals, yeah. Oh, cool. Well,
And
now what was your review? And did you give it maybe out of 5 stars or maybe out of 10 stars? And what was your grade?
if
My
if we
episode.
do 1 out of 10, I'd say 10.
Okay, good. Yeah, good start.
If it's 1 out of 5, I'd say 5. I
Okay,
recommend Shazam. It's on DVD. You can get it on Amazon. That's where I got it. I love this show. Now, for trivia, it says actor Ty Henderson, who has played the character Kyle, the tall black kid, would later
yeah,
co star as Paul in Space Academy in 1977,
I
another
remember
live
that.
action Saturday morning series produced by Filmation.
That's cool. Let's say
And
yeah. Let's say quick hellos here first. Sci-fi Sif Dan says hello there, brother Jay. Sifdan was very helpful in helping you out on Tuesday. So I appreciate him coming in last minute and helping us out a little bit. So, but now that we know that StreamYard works well, we're going to be doing our 18 reviews starting next Tuesday on StreamYard. So that'll be nice. That'll be at least we know it's working. Thank goodness. Lady V Elements, we love you. Look at you. Hi, Mikey J. Yeah, it's good to see you, lady. She says, lemon drop. Hey, Sif Dan, lady says. And Dan says, hello there, Lady V Elements. Okay, I think we got the chat covered. All right, go ahead there, Jay. Finish with your review.
the Goofs, Goofs. I'm sorry that I have a lisp because of my teeth are gone.
No,
The revealing mistakes is in wide shots of the second car being stolen by the kids. It's obvious that an adult male is actually driving it. Well, I forgot to mention that the kid that was driving both cars, he didn't know how to drive a car. They were
no,
weaving and
no.
everything.
Yeah, right.
The next revealing mistake is each time the joyriders are seen inside a stolen car, the vehicle is obviously stationary instead of weaving.
Wow.
The plot holes, oftentimes Billy would change into Captain Marvel somewhere that is private. However, after the kids take off in their second stolen car from a public parking lot, he yells Shazam in the same parking lot with plenty of people around. And for
Oh,
some reason, no
witnesses.
one takes notice of the lightning crack that changes him, nor the smoke afterwards.
Yeah. And then that was the one thing I forgot to mention too in Secrets of Isis was the fact that Joanna Cameron's on top of a mountaintop there, and there's at least a couple of the park rangers, and like Rick and Cindy are like not too far behind, and they actually see her go Almighty Isis and then turn into Isis, and I'm
Right.
like, yeah, this is in front of witnesses. Hello, you
Yeah.
know. How can she hide her identity, from Rick and
Right.
Cindy Lee if she can't, right? I mean, just in the middle where she was. Um, that was quite interesting. Yeah, it was.
Now,
Yeah, on my episode, I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I gave it a straight. I gave it an A minus because I think it was just the premise of UFOs and being lights and stuff flying over, and don't forget this is the 1970s, so most people thought that UFOs were real, and then of course there were some people that faked UFO landings or faked UFO sightings just to make money or on the area, things like that. So that was just kind of weird. And yeah, I already mentioned everyone. There was only one goof that was in the episode, and that was it. There was no trivia, nothing else that was there. Let's see. Let's go through this quick. There's a Lemon Pie says Lady V. Hello. Howdy, Jay. Lemon Pie says. Lemon Pie Dan says she wants a slice of your pie.
Oh,
Okay.
dude.
Calm down, kids. Behave. Come on. Her body loves a good lemon drop. No, yes. And Sif Dan, well, I hope so. Oh, there we go. We're caught up. Okay. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
The next thing is quotes from the show. Achilles says, "These words from Shakespeare's Hamlet may help you, Billy. This above all, to thine own self be true." And Chuck, the one that didn't want to steal a car, he says to the kids, "I'm not chicken. I just didn't feel like going for a ride. That's all. It's a free country, isn't it?" And the next thing is soundtracks. Shazam theme was written by Ray Ellis as Yvette Bliss and Norm Prescott as Jeff Michael. I don't know what Jeff Michael and Yvette Bliss means, but that's what it says.
Yeah, well, they probably used it as a pseudonym because I didn't even see a soundtrack from ISIS, so
right.
I don't know.
Now, see, Europe and Australia did not get Shazam until the next year.
Oh. So they were delayed in getting it over there in the UK and Europe. Okay.
Right. Now, next week will be episode 2, and the title is The Brothers. So I'm through with my review. Let's hear your review of ISIS.
Okay. Well, I'll do a recap of what we were talking about, you and I together. As I said, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, or it'd be like 9.5 out of 10. I gave it a straight A- grade, only because of some of the situation back then with UFO sightings and things that were going on. And I think that one of the ladies was overwhelmed by her being chosen as the lead, one of the lead actresses in the episode, which was, of course, Joanna Pang, Cindy Lee. Whether or not
changed the girl in the what is it, the middle of the first season or the second season, they changed the girl.
Yeah, I believe they did.
What was it? Who was first, the black girl or the Asian girl?
The Asian girl came first. Then they changed her with the black chick. Yeah, with an African American.
Black chick.
That was later. Yes. And I will get to that, I promise. In future episodes. There were only 2 seasons of ISIS. Like I said, when it came out in 1975, it followed Shazam, and it was the Shazam ISIS Hour. I remember that being called that because they had each a half-hour episode. And then at the end of each episode, like you said, they didn't do it the first one for you, but with ISIS and onward, they did a morality tip at the end. It was weird. The one star
I meant to tell you, Mikey, I meant to tell you that Shazam and ISIS, later on in the series, both series, they Shazam would cross over into ISIS, and ISIS would cross over to Shazam. I love them together.
I love them together. Was that towards the end of both series?
No, I think it was the second season when they crossed over, and then when Shazam ended, I don't know if they ended both the same time or not, but Shazam had three seasons, and ISIS started when Shazam was starting their second season. So I'm
Cool.
thinking that they probably ended at the same time. I'll check and
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Now, just quickly doing the background here. Well, let me catch up. We just got a few chats, and then I'll let you know the rest of my review. Spicy Peach. We have a new person that's come into our chat. Welcome, Spicy Peach. Bounces in. Hi, Mikey and Jay. Then we've got this awesome guy named Edge of Time. I wonder where he comes from. He's on the edge somewhere. Word. Hey, how you doing, Edge of Time? I call him EOT for short. That's his acronym for me. Hello, Peach, Lemon Pie says. And then Spicy Peach slices a piece of lemon pie and eats it in front of Lieutenant Dan. Ah, there's some good references. Just don't get us kicked off, okay, guys? Yo, Edge of Time. I'm kidding. Um, let's see here. And then Lady B says, "Hey, Edge." And Sif says, "Hello there, Spicy Beach." And hello there, Edge of Time. So, okay, we are caught up on the chat.
Mikey,
Okay. Yes, sir.
I found out when they ended. Shazam ended on October 16th, 1976, and The Secrets of Isis ended about a week later on October 23rd, 1976.
Okay, great. No, I appreciate that. Um, yeah, and when we get to the crossover episode, we'll definitely you and I both will talk about that one because that was cool. I liked it when they did crossover, the two of them
And
when they met each other.
Shazam is currently available on Tubi.
Okay, it is available on Tubi TV. Oh, and by the way, guys, also Secrets of Isis. I did get this from a library, which is available on YouTube. So if you pull it up under Secrets of Isis, or just look it up under Isis Saturday Morning, you'll be able to find that list. It's a library of all the episodes from both seasons. So yeah, check it out because it's right there. Um, let's see. What else do we have? Okay, so Lemon Pie says, leave some of me so I can recover. Well, I hope so. Spicy Peach says, just having fun. Ha! Lemon Pie. And, oh, big kiss. Big kiss from Lady V Elements. I hope that's been for all of us, Lady V. And not just Mr. Lemon. Okay, we're covered in the chat.
Well, I'm over here.
Well, I got my kiss covered. Okay. I'm just saying, Lady
Well,
V can give
I
it to
want
Jay
to.
and everybody else.
I just want to mention to Miss Suzanne, my co-wife.
She went, mwah. There you are. Yeah, so again, guys, the basic premise of The Legends of Mystery Mountain was about Cindy Lee, who came over with some friends. One of them, his name was Chick Jeffers. I mean, like, I can't understand why a guy was named Chick. I guess because it was the 70s and hippies and stuff. I
Well,
don't know. But
there's a radio personality. His name is his handle is Chick McGee on the Bob and Tom Show, and you can find that on YouTube as well.
well, there was also, he's passed away now, rest in peace, but there was a guy named Chick Hearn, and he was the
Yep.
voice and the announcer for the Los Angeles Lakers basketball team in the NBA. So, and he's well renowned, and of course now he's passed away. But his name was Chick Hearn, and I was like, okay. I understood, but it was just, it's just kind of looking at it, and Lady V Element says, "LOL." Oh my, and Lemon Pie says, "Mikey, you got Sue's." I know. Thank you, Lemon. I know she's for me. That's right. Lady V is for you, Lemon Pie. That's right. And Lemon goes, ha 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 ha.
I
Okay.
thought Lady V was engaged.
I thought so too. I thought they were. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Anyway, like I said, so for the
There
lights
I
in this
go starting shit again.
yeah. So let me ask you, Jay, on my review, I told you the director, before you came in, the director of the episode was Hollingsworth Morse. You recognize his name from some sci-fi shows like
Mm-mm.
Battlestar Galactica, he was the director of this first episode of ISIS. He might have done some later sci-fi stuff. I do remember his name being pretty prominent.
No, he isn't. I don't recognize the name.
Okay. I can always look it up myself later on. But I know that he did direct
What do you
some
want me to look for?
Hollingsworth Morse. HOLLINGSWORTH. And then the last name is MORSE. Hollingsworth Morse. Yeah, he was the director of the first episode of ISIS. And then, like I said, the creator, Mark Richards, came up with the concept, and he and Russell Bates both wrote the episode.
John Hollingsworth Morse?
Yeah, Hollingsworth Morse. Yeah. And then we had a special appearance from Mike Maitland, who was in the Dark Shadows horror soap opera TV series. He played one of the cousins of Barnabas Collins. So that was
he directed Daughters of Satan and the 1972 movie Justin Morgan had a horse.
Yeah, I didn't want you to say the S word though. That's okay. We'll be all right.
He directed. Let's see. He was a regular director, starting with 50 episodes of the first 3 seasons of the 1950 to 53 episode of The Lone Ranger, continuing with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Zorro, Lassie, McHale's Navy, Adam 12, my favorite show, HR Puffinstuff, Operation Petticoat, and The Dukes of Hazzard and The Fall Guy. His final directorial work was an episode of The Fall Guy.
Directorial, right. Didn't he do the very last episode of The Fall Guy with Lee Majors that season?
I can look it up.
I bet he did. Because they have the last, by the way, everyone, they do have the last episode, the very last episode with Lee Majors of The Fall Guy is on YouTube. You can find it. It's out there. I actually have downloaded it myself.
Let's see.
Okay, so while you're looking for that, so Lady V is spoken for. You all are fun. Lemon Pie says,
yes, he did direct the last episode. It was called The Bigger They Are.
The Bigger They Are, yes. Okay, I did remember that. Oh, cool.
He died in 1986 at the age of 77.
Was that natural causes, I guess? Cancer?
Let me see.
Heart attack? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'm just reading through the chat here real quick. Lemon Pie says, are you engaged, really? Lady V says, no engagement as of yet. Sigh. Lemon says, but you have a serious feller. Lady says, not sure why. I'm a effing delight. Okay. You guys are funny.
Totally awesome.
I do. Very serious, very loyal. That's great. And Lady V says, he's probably watching when I'm in chats too. We all got our kinks. Oh, well. Yes, we do. Absolutely. But I love my wife. I do. So don't worry. Suzanne is my lifelong, forever partner. And I love her so much. And she's a great supporter, of course. And she is in the title, Mikey Sues 4, We're going to talk about that later.
Breaking up or are you breaking up?
I don't know. I hope it's not me breaking up. But I don't hear you breaking up. No. I still hear you okay.
Maybe it's my phone or something, but I hear you kind of like a mechanical every now and then.
It could be your phone then, because I know mine's staying up clear as far as I can tell.
That's all I need is my phone going out.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I never know about these things. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So like I said, Hollingsworth Morse directed. Joanna Cameron was Isis, also her alter ego, the archaeology teacher, Andrea Thomas, Rick Miller was played by Brian Cutler, and Cindy Lee was played by Joanna Pang, and they were assistant students that helped her in the college there. They even had the college guy. I didn't really mention him because he didn't show up in a lot of the episodes, and I should probably mention him next time in the second episode.
It says in the title narration that Isis's the character. What's her name? Andrea?
Yeah, Andrea Thomas.
Yeah, Andrea Thomas. It says that Andrea was a descendant of Isis.
Right. And she did all of that investigation, archaeology overseas, and then found the amulet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Aerotap, I think it was.
What's that?
I think it was the necklace she wore is something of a Horotep or something. The narrator said
it's Hotep. It's the amulet of Hotep. Yeah. And Sif Dan made a good point earlier. He said to be careful because people in the Middle East might be offended, and if that's true, YouTube might decide to take us down. So we just have to be careful.
We're not doing anything against Muslims or anything.
Oh, I know. We're not offending them or anything. I mean, this was a show that's out there. It was called that, and it was called the Shazam Isis Hour. That's what it was called back in the 70s. I mean, if most people don't remember it, well, they weren't born back then. You and I were. We remembered all that when we were kids. Yeah, Sci-Fi Sifdan says you both are good. Lady V says it's your end, Jay. Mikey sounds good here. Okay, so it could be his phone. I don't want his phone to go out.
Both Shazam and the Secrets of Isis didn't have an origin episode.
Yeah, you know what? That's interesting. And by the way, I found out in IMDb that it was actually season 1, episode 2 that came out first. Then they did the legend. Then they did the Lights of Mystery Mountain, which was supposed to be the first episode, and that came out in the second. That came out second after the other one. So yeah, I thought that was weird. Yeah, there was one goof. It was Norm Prescott and Lou Scheimer both wrote the soundtrack, the opening theme for Isis. Same that they did for Shazam. One goof was that Andrea goes up to the top of the mountain. She's on a hill, and she has her purse on one of her shoulders. And you can see she's clearly taking the purse off to look around the surrounding landscape with the mountains. Oh, by the way, and I also mentioned I thought they were either one of two mountain ranges outside of LA because this whole thing was filmed right around Los Angeles. It could have been the San Jacinto Mountains, or it could have been the Santa Anas. It could have more than likely been the Santa Ana Mountains because they had winds going on during the course of the episode. So, yeah, that could have been that. But anyway, on the goof, so you see her plainly take the purse off her shoulder, but then in close-ups, the strap is still there on her shoulder, just the strap of the purse. And I said, if you slow it down, because like I said, this episode is available on YouTube. It's on a library of different episodes. But if you slow it down enough, you'll see that the strap is still there. So it's just a continuity issue. But other than that, yeah, there wasn't anything else as far as trivia or like I said, just besides the soundtrack and Maitland, who came over from Dark Shadows. So as Chick, Chick Jeffers. So yeah, it was cool. It was a great episode. I liked it, and it was a good intro. I just wish they could have told me that the second episode was the real starter one, and I could have gone from that. But I'll go do that next week. I'll just go on to that one next week and watch the episode again. It's so much fun watching them. It really is. Especially when she goes, Almighty Isis, and then turns into the whole thing. Yeah. Well, come on. I was 10 years old. What was I supposed to do? Just kind of go like, oh, yeah, she just transformed into an Egyptian goddess thing flying around. Yeah, sure. I didn't even know about it back then.
in the IMDb of her picture in the circle, of her.
Yeah.
Uh, that is taken from the TV show Macmillan and Wife,
Oh, it
not
is?
I.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Dan was saying I was talking to the righteous extremist group using the same name. Oh, I know what you're saying. Well, okay. The thing is that YouTube realizes that this was a TV show and it was called that. So if I reveal this extremist group name, I don't believe it's going to be taken down because it's what they called it in back in the 70s, and it was a
The
great show. I
Secret
loved
of
it.
Isis.
Also an Egyptian name.
It's also an Egyptian name, right? So it's not like, I'm endorsing them or anything or condoning what they do.
Because
I'm
they
not saying
use
any
the
of that.
name ISIS in Stargate SG-1.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And which is another series that you and I are going to cover in the future is Stargate SG-1. I got the Stargate movie, and I was going to watch that again with Suzanne this weekend.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm totally excited. Um, yeah. So Sifdan, I just said what he said. Lady V says they label any group that goes against a local superpower a terrorist or extremist. Yes, that's true. Um, Lady says we didn't get the full story. The ISIS group probably formed because the local power sold their kids to create sex market. Well, maybe I don't
Let's
know.
not talk about Ukraine. We could be taken down.
Yeah, don't talk about Ukraine there, Lady V Elements. Yeah, it's kind of good to keep that off a burner there. Yeah.
YouTube is strict about
Oh,
you
they're
know
master strict about it a lot. But
topics
we're good people.
of the day. They don't like. I
Yeah.
don't know how news programs get by with it on YouTube, but content creators, they don't like people talking about
Yeah, it's true. And hello, welcome to Christian Carpenter. Good afternoon. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. We hope you are too,
it. Yep.
Christian Carpenter. It's so great to see you. Thank you so much for coming by, and we got 4 people watching in, so thank you guys and gals. Lady V says, "Yeah, I love the storylines that have no origins. Leave it open for so many possibilities." Amen.
Yes.
I absolutely love that. That it can give you so many possibilities. The only problem is that I wish ISIS had gone for more than 2 seasons. I was really disappointed because I would have thought for sure
Well,
it had plenty of
it was
possibilities.
low ratings for both shows.
Yeah, unfortunately. Lady V says, "Hi, Christian." Lady V says, "Goof point. Sorry. That's okay, honey. It's okay. Don't worry."
Oh,
Hello
it's
there
okay.
at the Christian Carpenter. Yeah, no, you're fine, Lady V. You're fine. Don't worry about anything. Just be very careful what you say because nowadays
See,
YouTube is
we
so
don't
strict.
want
They could
you
just
hurt or Mikey's channel to be hurt. We was just mentioning it. We're not getting on you. No.
Yeah, we're not getting on you at all. Nope. We're all trying to be careful. That's
Yeah.
yeah. That's what we're doing. Okay, so let's recap. So go ahead, Jay. You said what was your rating and your letter grade for season 1, episode 1 of Shazam, the Joyriders?
If we're going by 1 through 5, I give it 5 stars. And I don't know what letter you're talking about, but I give it an A+.
A+. There you go. Okay. And for my season 1, episode 1 of The Secrets of Isis, The Lights of Mystery Mountain, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And my letter grade was A minus. There was just 1 or 2, like I said, I don't think the continuity goof, because there was only 1. I don't think that really stood out. So that's fine. I mean, that didn't bother me. I think that they were just getting their, what's the word for it? The words for it, sea legs. They were just getting their legs under them. And I believe, well, don't forget that before Joanna Cameron came on to do this series, I do remember her as a model that was in some commercials. So she must have been a face model or legs model. Somebody said that she was chosen just because of her model legs. That's what they said. They didn't care about the
Right.
rest of her. They only cared about how good her legs looked on TV. So, hey, whether I believe that or not, I don't know. But I know that I love the show. I know that my brother here, Jay, got all the seasons of Shazam because that was great TV, for Shazam back then. And of course, we all know about mentor Les Tremaine. He did so many old time movies and things. I mean, he was well known, and he looked worn because he had done all those other shows and things. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I mean, that's where we come from. Yeah, I'm going to finish out here. So we'll go through the chat one
I
last time.
found out something cool about
Oh, go ahead.
Filmation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Filmation's last live action show was Space Academy, and it aired in 1977 to 1979. And their very last thing they ever did was cartoon was Brave Star from 1987 to 1989.
Oh, okay, cool. And
Um,
yeah, Lady V Elements gives us 100% approval. Thank you. Sir Lemon Pie needs to go. So he says, I need to leave. Mikey and Jay have a blessed day. You too, Lemon.
you too.
You too, Sir Lemon. And he says, bye, chat. And Lemon, Suzanne blew you a kiss and said goodbye. And hope we see you again on Friday night when we do our topic time, which will come from StreamYard. So we've got that. And I'm going to talk about that here real quick, and then we'll get going. So,
You
because I know Jay.
know,
Yeah, Jay, go ahead.
Isis was in the give me a second, was in the cartoon Space Sentinels.
Space Signals. Okay.
No, not Space Sentinels. I'm trying to think of what it was called. Give me a second.
Okay, go
It
ahead.
was called.
Anyway, Lady V was saying, take care, Lemon. Thank you, Lady V.
It was
And we
just
still have 4
after
people.
the Secrets of Isis, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find it. It was the Super 7, I think.
The Super
Let me
7.
see.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
Let me
Yes.
see.
And
Super
she was in
7.
that. Okay. The Super 7. Oh,
I
that's
think it
cool.
was the
Yeah.
Super 7.
Oh, okay,
Let me
cool.
see. Super
Okay,
7.
so
Super 7.
so Jay, you're up. Is there well, I know you do topic time with me on Friday nights. You'll be doing the A team with me here on Tuesday afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 o'clock Central. And then Thursdays, of course, doing our Shazam Isis hour here with Mikey and Jay. Around the same time, between 3 and 4 p.m.
I found it, Mikey. She was in the Freedom Force.
Oh, the Freedom Force. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Animated, right? Yeah, the animated one.
I could have
Okay.
sworn that Filmation did the live action thing of Benji. Remember Benji and the Alien Prince? And
Oh, yes.
they had a
Yes.
robot that floated.
Yes. Yes, I
I thought
remember.
that was done by Filmation.
I thought so too. But when you said it, now I was like, I remember. Okay, yeah, I remember it now. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, you're literally digging into my subconscious there, brother. I don't remember most of the things there, which is like I'm glad that I have you to help me, and also IMDb, and of course Suzanne, because she's got knowledge and everything in there too that she can help me with. So yeah, it's a great thing. I love it. Anyway, um, anything else going on in your neck of the woods, brother? Or are you doing okay otherwise?
It was called Benji, Zach, and the Alien Prince, and it was done by Hanna-Barbera, not Filmation.
Okay, Hanna-Barbera. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I
I
was
remember
wrong.
that. Anything else
Well,
going on your
I'm
way?
never wrong. I was mistaken.
Right. Okay. All right, guys. So
No,
everybody here.
I'm trying to do this week is trying to take care of myself and try to get my kidneys better and doing what the doctor says, rest as much as I can.
Yes, so please, everybody in the chat, send your prayers, love,
Because
support.
if I'm not
Jay Aldridge's
on
way. Yep.
if I'm not on your stream or any other stream, you know that I'm resting because I'm very weak with the kidney problem. So when I have to lay down and rest, I have to lay down and rest.
And we totally understand. We do, Jay. We
No, I
do.
just wanted to let you know why if
Oh,
I'm
of
not
course.
there.
And Lady V says it's a good week for cranberry vodka. Well, you go right ahead and enjoy that on behalf of both of us, Lady V, because I don't drink anymore. Yeah. So if you want to enjoy that, go right ahead, please. Do it for both of us, okay? But yes, please, out there, everyone in our community that we're familiar with, that we know and love, please send all the prayers you can, all the love and the support for Jay Aldridge so that he can feel better and hopefully his kidneys get better because they've been worked on in with medicine and so forth. So, and he needs a lot of support. So please, yes,
Right
please send him
now,
out there.
the medicine that I'm on, I have 3 side effects from it, and they're trying to do what they can to counteract that side effect because I have to be on this medicine to help lower my A1C.
Okay. Well, we're saying all massive number of prayers for you there, Jay.
If you want, I can lead us out with a word of prayer.
Yeah, just a word of prayer is great. Lady V says, "Feel better soon, Jay." Yes, thank you, Lady V. We both, since all of us, sincerely appreciate that. Okay, there is only one other thing before I'll let you get to the prayer there, Jay. Don't forget tonight, Thursday tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Netter's Network. If you guys are familiar with her YouTube site and her beloved husband, Troy Pacelli, will be co-hosting. They are doing an interview tonight for the Mikey Sue's 4 channel. They're going to they're going to have me come on board and we're going to promote the channel. We'll promote my beloved wife, Suzanne, my wonderful brother Jay Aldridge, and of course, our wonderful master moderator, Sir Lemon Pie. So I hope you guys come out for that interview tonight. That'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm looking forward to it, but I am very nervous. I don't know what to say yet, but at least I have about 6 hours before I'm supposed to go on. So I'll just think about what I want to say. But I will mention you, Jay, that you need prayers aplenty and for your kidneys and so forth. So hopefully that'll work out. And again, I want to thank my beautiful wife, Suzanne, for this wonderful new computer that I obtained from Acer Aspire. It works great, knock on wood. I'm very happy about that. That I can stay in streams now without dropping out, and it's just so much fun and not sounding robotic. And let's see. Yes, a prayer would be perfect. And before we get to that real quick, here we go. We have Lady V says a prayer would be perfect. Thank you. Yes, Jay will say one for us because he is a minister. He's a great man. Jim's Landscape, LLC #1, Commodore Productions. Welcome, sir. Hello. You caught us on the tail end, my friend. Hey, Jim, Lady V says. Hi, Lady V Elements. Oh, yay, Lady V. And yeah, Jim, I will. I'll send the interview to Facebook. I will print out, if you guys know me in Facebook, like Jay and Jim, I will, after the interviews or before the interview's done, I will copy it, the site, the YouTube site it's on, and I will post that as a link into Facebook, into the Messenger. And then you guys can check it out.
At
So,
9 o'clock my time.
Oh, there it is. She has it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So, thank you so much, Lady V. Yes, that will be
Is it
the
going
live.
to be on at 9 o'clock my time, Mikey?
Yes, sir. 9:00 p.m.
Okay.
Central. Yep, 10
I'll make
o'clock
sure to
Eastern.
watch it.
Yeah, Mikey with Netter and bookmark it. That's what she said. Lady V, you're awesome. Thank you so much for doing that for me. Sif Dan also says, hello there at Jim's Landscape. So we've got everybody introduced into the chat. Okay, so I'll thank everyone after Jay leads us into prayer. Go ahead, Brother Jay.
I forgot to mention in my Shazam review that the
Yeah,
legendary Batman, Adam West, he does an uncredited voiceover of Hercules, one of the elders in Shazam. It's Adam West.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yes.
Well, I guess because what I'm guessing is he wanted to be uncredited because he didn't want to take away from the series. That's probably
Well,
why.
he was. It would have cost them too much for him to be paid to do it, so he did it uncredited.
He did it for free. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's still cool to know, though. I mean, that's a good factoid from the series. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
So
see,
the
they
next time,
still paid him, but they didn't pay him what he was worth if he was
right?
credited.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, and Jim says, "Cool, thanks." And he
Like
says, "I'm
in
only 10 away from." Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say that Jim is only 10 subscribers away from 2,500. Guys, gals, please go to Jim's Landscape, LLC #1 Commodore Productions. Go to his website and sub him up so he can reach 2,500 and we can have a celebratory party on his behalf. Because we just did
yeah.
a over 2,000 subscriber party, which was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yes, he's Sci-Fi Sif Dan, and he says, cool, thanks. And then Sif Dan said hello to him.
And
Okay, so go ahead, Jay. Do your
there was
prayer, and we'll
something
do a
else I was
final
going to
dropout here.
mention. There was something else I was going to mention. It's like with Adam West uncredited, but still got paid, but not as much as his stardom would, if he was credited. Was the
Yeah, if
same
he's
thing
doing
with
Batman.
Whoopi Gold. It was the same thing with Whoopi Goldberg when she guest starred in Star Trek Generations movie. She appeared on it, but was uncredited. She was still paid, but not as much as she was worth.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right. All right, I'll open us up with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for allowing us to come together in friendship and in harmony and talk about our favorite television shows of the past. We love them dearly, but not as much as we love you and your Son, Jesus Christ. Father, you say that if two or more are gathered together, there you are. And we have many more than two, Father, and we know that you are here with us. You say that you will never leave us or forsake us. And as I'm trying to think of his name, Dr. Jeremiah something, I can't remember his last name, Father, but he once said he couldn't stand when people said that people were lost, they were looking for God. You can't look for God because God is not lost. We're the lost ones. God is never lost because he's right behind us. He's right in front of us, knocking on our heart, and when we accept him, he's behind us, protecting us from the devil's attacks. And Father, you know that we all have prayers, and we lift all those prayers up now. For Mikey, Miss Suzanne, Sci-Fi Sith Dan, Lemon Pie, Lady V Elements, Spicy Peach, Edge of Time, and the others, the Christian Carpenter, and Jim's Landscape LLC, We ask for all these. Give them better health, help them financially, and we ask you, Father, if any of these people do not know your Son, we ask you to tug on their heart so they can open their heart, the door of their heart, their soul, and accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. Because you don't want anyone to go to hell, Father. You want everyone to come into heaven's door. But you gave us all the freedom to choose who we were going to follow, your Son or Satan. Father, now go with us, lead, guide, and direct us. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen and amen.
Amen. Amen and amen. Thank you so much, Brother Jay, for that wonderful, awesome prayer. We all really appreciate it. It's necessary in these troubled times. Yes, Lady V, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, for that. Um,
Yeah.
Amen. Yes, she says amen. Okay, so I will just quickly repeat what Brother said on behalf of Lady V Elements, on behalf of our friend Jim's Landscape LLC #1, Commodore Productions. He has his apology video trailer is out now. Please go see that. I also did a voiceover for him for Repair #4 and 5. So when that comes out towards the end of spring, please check that out too on his website. We also have Jim's channel represented by Lady V. So
Why
I'm
is
sure
he
you guys.
apologizing?
Oh, it's just a play on words. He's
No.
not apologizing. He's not apologizing for anything really. It's
Okay.
yeah. Sci-Fi Sifdan, he does a lot of segments on YouTube regarding Star Wars, Star Trek, all sorts of different sci-fi shows out there, and he
I
even does
don't mean to
reviews.
interrupt you, brother, but I have a question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Is Jim's Landscape, is his business landscape or is it a play on words too?
Nope, he does landscaping. He actually
Mowing and edging
mowing
and everything?
and yes, yes,
I
yeah. He has a
love
nice
that.
business.
What
Yeah,
is his channel?
it's right here. This is his channel. Lady V posted it. Commodore Productions. That's the website right there.
Jim's Landscape.
Yeah.
Land.
He's also subscribed to my channel. So if you go under my subscriptions, you'll find his picture there, and you can go ahead and do a thing for him there. Add him. Okay, and so let's see. We said Lady V, Sif Dan, Jim.
Land.
We had Spicy Peach visit us, brand new. So Spicy Peach, good to see you. Of course, we had our master moderators, Sir Lemon Pie, who came in and to help organize the chat along with Lady V. We had the Christian Carpenter. Thank you, Christian Carpenter, for coming in and saying hello to us. Like I said, also we mentioned the Spicy Peach. She's brand new to our channel. So thank you, Spicy Peach, for coming in, having some fun with us. We appreciate it. Of course, I'd like to thank once again my brother in arms and my best partner next to my wife, of course, who is the greatest woman in the world. But my brother, Jay Aldridge, thank you, Guy, for coming in again and helping us with reviews. This is so much fun. I love doing this with you because you and I, we remember the good old times. We had good TV back then. And
Mhm.
believe me, I mean, I wish we could go back to that. That would be great. Lady V says, let's see here. After she said amen, she said, thank you, Jay, for that prayer. Yes, we appreciate it most highly. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Sci-Fi Sifdan. As I told you guys before, he has lots of great content on that page. So please go
Um,
there if you want to subscribe to him. Don't forget on our channel here, please hit the like button, subscribe, share our channel, And once more, don't forget, notify bell. Hit that notify bell so that you guys will be notified of content such as this that we do, Jay and I. Also, my webcam series that I'm doing, Mikey TV, on Monday afternoons, and then Wednesdays doing the Greatest American Hero review. So, yep. So make sure you guys check that out. And like I said, tonight, don't forget the interview with Netters Network and Troy Picelli, the last call. Yep. Lady V smacks the peach. Hey, Spicy Peach is blushing. Now. no cat fights in there. Just kidding. Is Peach Lady's alt? Could be. Don't know. LOL Lamone. There we go. And so, like I said, again,
where's his landscape thing? All I see is Star Trek stuff. I don't see his landscape.
Oh, well, the symbol he has, it's like a fire symbol. You see that symbol there? It's like I think it's for workers, gyms. See where it is there? Landscape. That's his symbol. Yeah. So if you look for that symbol under Jim's Landscape LLC on YouTube, just type those exact words, Jim's Landscape LLC, and if you see the symbol,
I'm on. I just hit his what do you call it? His address that he's got on your channel, and it went to his channel. I subscribed, but I don't see any landscape. I just see Star Trek stuff.
Well, yeah, because he does a lot of Star Trek stuff, but the landscaping is his side business. That's what he does.
He doesn't record.
Yes.
He doesn't record landscaping.
No, not necessarily. He does some. He's done some shorts of his pets, his dog, and other pets, and then his Commodore Productions does a lot of fan films based on Star Trek, and he's got something called Repair. He has something called Apology, which is coming up. He
I
has
thought
some
he did
really
landscape
good shorts,
videos because I love watching people mowing yards and stuff.
Yeah, and Lemon Pie says, well, he doesn't really post videos about landscaping. That's true,
okay.
Sir Lemon Pie. Yeah, that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it at all. He has some good shorts and some good stuff. Yeah. Okay, so you guys know all of our schedule. One last time, as I said, on Mondays it'll be now Monday through Thursday. We're shooting for 4:00 Eastern time, 3:00 Central. Mondays is Mikey TV. I just did episode 4. Check that out. It's in my list of live videos I did last week. And then on tomorrow, and then the next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern with Jay, we'll be doing season 1, episode 9. And I'll let you know what the title is and everything as we get closer to the day. Then Wednesday, I'll have my webcam series, The Greatest American Hero. I just went over season 1, episode 1. It's 3 seasons long, and it's just simply called The Greatest American Hero. That was the first episode with William Catt and Connie Selica and Bill Culp. Robert Culp, sorry. I keep calling him Bill because his name was Bill, but his real name is Robert Culp. So, yeah, in the show. And then on Thursdays, of course, we'll come back here at around the same time, and we'll do again our next season 1, episode 2 of both Shazam Isis with the Shazam Isis Hour.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah, yes. And then on Friday, don't forget, tomorrow is our topic time at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we're doing nostalgia time. We're going to be talking about different ads like where's the beef and all that other stuff. So that's going to be so much fun. And then the following Friday, we haven't come up with a topic per se yet, but I think that Sif Dan did recommend something in the way of like, trailers for shows that came out, ones that didn't last long, like Alcatraz, Dollhouse.
For sale,
so we could do that. We could do that the following Friday. I'll let you guys know if there's any plans changing in that time. Lady V says, I know, right? Who doesn't love watching a dude doing yard work? Exactly. Jim says there are over 1,000 videos on my channel. There are. You guys got to just go there and check them out. As far as I know, Lemon Pie says. Hey, Jim. And then Jim says, hi, Lemon Pie. All right. So, one more time. On behalf of Mr. Brother J, on behalf of everybody, you know who you are in the chat. We appreciate you guys and gals coming to support our channel here, Mikey Sue's 4. And on behalf of my beloved, lovely wife, Suzanne, thank you guys. And of course, Lemon Pie, our master moderator, Sir Lemon. Thank you guys and gals for coming. Don't forget the interview tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern on Nedder's Network. And with that, the aisle is closed.
Shazam Almighty Isis.
Oh, Shazam!